ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, you know what time it is. It's time for an rbPlays stream. That's right, folks. Welcome to the stream. My name is rbPlays. I am your humble host on this side of the screen. Thank you so much for stopping by. If this is your first time here, then by all means, make sure that you hit the old follow button, get notified every time we go live right here on Twitch. Also, if you're watching over on YouTube, then make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn notification bells on, get notified over there. If you would rather watch over there, I see Darth E. Curb in the chat. Hello, Darth. Good to see you. Cheers, my friend. Istrisi's in chat. Istrisi is also on the voice chat right now. I got him in the Discord right now, just in case. So for those of you who are supporters of the channel, all of you who have access to the supporter only section of the Discord, I'm in the monthly hangout chat right now. Silver's there. You guys are more than welcome to join us there for conversation, because sometimes getting the point across in text is not the easiest thing to do. We got lots of stuff we're going to talk about today. Today is going to be a real talk, real chat, just get real session with all of you. Slap the point in there, yeah. But yeah, if you are a supporter, if you're a paid supporter of the channel, you can join us in the monthly Discord hangout, and we can chat in there. Hope to see some of you in there. I know Silver's in there already, and Darth is in there now too. Fantastic. So I guess we'll start things off with how's everybody doing? I hope everybody is well. I hope it's been a very great week. It was a short work week for me this week. Monday was Memorial Day, and as such, I got to have a 3-day weekend last week, and I did absolutely nothing with it. I should have gone outside and done yard work. I didn't. I should have worked in the shop. I didn't. I take that back. I did do a little bit of work in the shop last weekend. I didn't record any videos for any of my channels last weekend or this weekend. I know I said I was going to work on a what's that other mod pack I'm playing? FTB Unstable. I know I said I was going to work on an FTB Unstable episode this week. I have not been able to do that yet, and we're going to get to why. We're going to get to why here shortly in the real talk section of this, because there's a lot of underlying things that y'all probably should know and understand. And if anything, I should be live on YouTube. It says that I am. Yeah, it says I'm live. Oh, it says that it's unlisted. Why does it say it's unlisted? Hold on. And public. Save. Changes saved. Can you find me now? I gotta figure out these stupid settings on YouTube. They're stupid, dumb, and stupid. Anyhow, I mean, you're not entirely wrong. YouTube is a great video platform. It's a great video platform, but it needs a lot of help when it comes to live streaming. It's not intuitive, right? On Twitch, you push go live, you're live. They don't have all these weird settings. Doesn't have all these weird settings that you got to go in and fix. And I don't know why it was set to unlisted. Why would it be unlisted? Why would I want to unlist a stream? That makes no sense. Anyhow, where was I? Oh yeah. So channel updates. Channels are doing okay. We're doing okay. We're at 3,400-ish subscribers over on YouTube. We're at several sounds very non-specific here. We're at 6 paid subscribers for the Twitch channel, which is awesome. 458 followers, which is awesome. Not complaining about that at all. Not complaining about that at all. What else? The woodworking channel, of course, we all know that it passed 1,000 subscribers. It's at 1,040-ish right now. The woodworking channel, that is. So that's nice. I'm happy about that. I have a lot of things that I want to do. Yesterday was moderately productive. Let's see, Saturday. Yes, yesterday, Saturday. Friday, I worked roughly a half of a day, maybe a little over a half a day. We've got a class that starts tomorrow, but I have help for that. So we've got that going for us. So I will not be the primary instructor for that class that starts tomorrow, but I'm there to help and train this other person and make sure that they can go forth and be prosperous on their own, right? But we had to finish getting the classroom set up and all that. So we got that taken care of Friday. Friday, I came home a little early and immediately fell asleep. For about 2 hours. Maybe 3. Some would chalk that up to being lazy. Some would chalk that up to whatever. I don't know why I have been both mentally and physically exhausted lately. I'm in good health. I just had a doctor's appointment not that long ago. Everything's fine. I'm just more mentally than anything drained, and we'll get to that in a minute. But that's part of the problem that we're having with getting content out here. These kinds of things, the live streams that we've got going on here every week, once a week, those I can do for the most part. Those I can do. When it comes to actually sitting down and recording video content lately, I feel like I have analysis paralysis. You know what I mean? I have a lot of trouble starting. So my wife and I, Mrs. RB and I, Mrs. RB is very much is a very smart woman. Love her to death. She knows a lot of things, especially behavioral things. I honestly, I think sometimes she missed her calling in that she could have been some kind of social worker, clinician, psychiatrist, sociologist, something along those lines, right? She did not. But she knows a lot about that kind of stuff. And she also knows a lot about MBTI, the Myers-Briggs personality types, essentially. So we have been diving into my personality type. For those of you who know what personality types are, there are 16 different personality types. I, for the most part, again, well, personality types are very hard to nail down 100%. It is a broad range of study, and you're always going to have overlap between different personality types just because of circumstances in your development, your growing up, your experiences, etc. For the most part, I am what is called an ISTJ. I'm an introvert. Most of you know that about me. I don't find strength in group gatherings. I like to be alone. I like to be in my own space, in myself, doing my own thing. I don't remember what S stands for. I think it stands for sensing, but I could be wrong. But the big one for me is the J at the end. Judging. I'm a very judgy person, as many of you are well aware of me. I'm a very judgy type person. Now, that doesn't mean that I am constantly passing judgment on people or things, but I'm very rules oriented. I'm very structured, etc. But being that I am ISTJ, yes. ISTJ. Yes. Yes. Observant. That's it. Observant. I am a anywhere but in video games, I am very observant. You guys are on me all the time about how could you miss that? How did you not see that? Blah 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 blah. I am very observant in my real life. Like I can tell you what's going on around me at all times. And then thinking is where I have my troubles. Thinking is where I have my troubles.
Well, it's good you have the observant part to realize nothing of the game.
Yeah. I think the reasons why I'm so screwed up in gaming sessions is that I'm trying to not be myself, if that makes sense. Like it's my release, you know? I get so caught up in the everyday stuff that playing video games is a release for me. Woodworking is a release for me. So, what does that mean? Well, what that means is that while ISTJs are very structured and very detail-oriented, very goal-oriented, I think I also fall under some of the categories of what is called an INTJ. And INTJs do struggle, based on what I've read, with initiative, if that makes sense. So yeah, we've been trying to figure out a lot more of how I function, and because we've been so wrapped up in that, I haven't had a lot of time to get into the studio and record any of the FTB Unstable series, nor have I had the desire. I haven't had the desire to come down here and record. I thought about it yesterday morning, but instead I sat down and I watched YouTube videos for about 3 hours. On woodworking, I caught up on Hermitcraft, and then we also watched some videos on different personality types, because we're looking into both my wife's and mine. So we're doing this together, essentially. That being said, yeah, go ahead.
I know something about the STJ
Because
I'm calculated under about the same thing, and we're prone to burnouts really fast.
Okay.
And that's a weakness, and a weakness in that category is always be stubborn too.
Yeah, I am very stubborn. My wife and my kids both know me as very set in my ways, very stubborn. And yeah, Darth E. Curb says that he thinks that's why he can relate to me. That's very possible. It's very possible. Oh, Darth, by the way, there was some background noise coming through from you on Discord, so I muted you just so you know you're muted. But if you have anything to say, then we will absolutely. Okay, good. So I'll keep that over. No, it's okay. It's fine. It's not a worry. Anyhow, where was I? I was talking about personality types. So I've been struggling. Discord audio is low. Okay. Let me see if I can. Let's see. Oh, I know why. Hold on. I need to add an audio capture source. I need to add desktop audio because yeah, Estrisi, go ahead and talk about me for a second.
Something about that personality, RB, is a fun fact is the most Danes, Norwegian, and Swedish people are that trait.
And you know what? That wouldn't surprise me because I do have, like, going back into my ancestry, I do have Scandinavian ancestry, which that would not surprise me that maybe that's kind of where it comes from. And the reason why Discord was so low is because I forgot to put I don't normally have a desktop audio capture on this scene in OBS. So anything that was coming through Discord and out my speakers, you guys on the stream were only hearing that through my microphone. That's why it was so low. My apologies. My apologies.
And the northern people in Europe get hit by that because we're honest and direct.
Honesty is another big thing. Honesty is another big thing for the ISTJ type. Now, I have had some issues with honesty, but it didn't make me feel good. I don't like being uncomfortable. I don't like being, I don't like confrontation. And so sometimes it is easier for me to not entirely tell the truth. And it has gotten me into trouble on a few occasions. I don't do it with people. I don't do it with people a lot, but I have told some mistruths in my day to avoid confrontation. And then it blows up in my face because then when people learn the truth, that makes it all the more worse because you lied about it, right? And again, when I told those mistruths, it wasn't that I wanted to do that. I wanted to avoid the confrontation. So what I'm learning about myself is that I need to go with my gut. I need to go with my gut and just 100% be truthful with people. And that's one of the reasons why we're here today. I'm struggling. I'm struggling a lot. I'm struggling with a lot of different things. I'm struggling with who I am. I'm struggling with what I want. I'm struggling with what I do for gainful employment. I'm struggling with what my direction is. Hybrid Avenger wants me to hydrate, so we shall hydrate. Words are difficult this morning. I am very tongue no HUD. Okay.
He got water today.
I have water today. Here, have some. Oh wait, you're over there. Have some. Okay. Water consumed. I have a thing right here. I had it for about 2 days now. I got a pinched nerve or something back there, and it's driving me crazy, and I can't get it to go away. I need Mrs. RB to hit me with like a golf club or a baseball bat or something.
I know a way you can get that away.
How?
Chop saw.
Chop saw, yeah. Well, I don't have a chop saw anymore. I got rid of it. So it'll have to be something else. I do have a Japanese pole saw. That'll be a little bit more manual, but probably be a cleaner cut.
Mrs. Darby and meat chopper.
Yeah. Anyhow, have my kids walk on my back. My kids all weigh basically what I weigh what I weigh. So I don't think that's going to work anymore. I don't have any little kids anymore. If they tried to walk on me, they'd crush me. Well, take that back. My oldest is still pretty light, so that might work. And I don't know.
If you do that outside in a mud pot, you can play plaster in it after it and have a mold.
True. Yeah, that's very true.
RB face mold.
An RB face mold, sure. I don't think we're doing that, but sure. Sounds great. I don't know. You might notice that the shelf with my woodworking YouTubers play button, it fell off the wall. Stupid magic strips. Stupid things. So now I get to actually make a shelf for it. to actually make a shelf for it now. It didn't break it. It fell on the Minecraft pillow, so the button is fine. See, the button is fine. But anyway. So yeah, I've been struggling a lot with direction. Yesterday was a big deal for me because even though it wasn't much, I came down to the shop yesterday. My goal in coming down to the shop last weekend, I broke apart a pallet. I did not do anything other than break the pallet apart. I broke the pallet apart and I stacked the wood on the workbench, nails and all. My wife had to go to a doctor's appointment this past week, and as we were getting into the car so I could take her to the doctor's appointment, she's like, this is not safe. This is dangerous. Somebody could hurt themselves. And I was like, well, yeah, they probably could if they were walking on the workbench, but they're not. So I don't think anybody's going to hurt themselves on those nails. But I get what her point was. Her point was, why did you leave this like this? Why didn't you just finish it? And more than anything, yesterday, after I got done watching my videos and all that, and I had decided that I wasn't going to record Minecraft yesterday, I came down to the shop and I wanted to pull those nails out. Well, I didn't have the reason why I'd never pulled those nails out is because I didn't have a good place to do it. So I went to the cabinet and I pulled out the 2 sets of sawhorse brackets that I bought from Harbor Freight 2 years ago to build a set of sawhorses, and never built the sawhorses because I guess we'll call it failure to launch. I have trouble starting things, right? So I pulled these 2 brackets out, and I found some scraps of wood around, and I made sure that I had 2 4-foot long 2x4s. Those were going to be the tops. And then I made 8 25-inch legs, and that gets the sawhorses about 31 inches off the floor. So I cut all those down, got the legs cut to 24 or 25 inches, ran them through the planer so that because the bracket, it's not a true 1.5 by 3.5 like a 2x4 would be. It's like 1 3/8 by 3 5/16. So I had to stand them on edge and run them through and get them down about 1/8 of an inch. And then I had to lay them flat and get them down to about 3/16 or whatever. And then they fit. So I built 2 sawhorses yesterday. And then I had a place to put the wood from the pallets to bang the nails out, and that job was done. Well, then I had a mess all over the floor, so I had to clean that up. Well, last weekend, we decided that it was a good idea to replace the shop vac finally. So I went to Harbor Freight last week and bought the big Harbor Freight shop vac, the big 9-gallon one. 9 gallon? I think it's 9 gallon. The big 9-gallon shop vac, and got it put together and did some cleanup that I had. We had some water that had gotten in the garage, so I wanted to clean that up last week. Well, this week, then I took a barrel that I had gotten from work that we had chain stored in, and I put the Harbor Freight dust cyclone on top of it, cut the hole, put that on there, and then hooked the new shop vac up. So now I have basically a floor sweep kind of a setup with the shop vac so that I can go through and I can sweep up all the stuff on the floor of the shop. The big dust collector is relegated for the tools, the table saw, the track saw, and whatever else I decide I want to hook that up to. Probably the CNC router when I get that built, which, by the way, there is progress being made on the CNC router. More behind the scenes than anything, but yeah. Ooh, Darthy Curb said that I would be proud of him. He was playing vanilla Minecraft. Hooray! We love vanilla Minecraft around here. I was just playing it. I was just playing it middle of the week this week. Cleaning the floors is called a broom. That's true. That's true. You can do the floors with a broom, but I also can do it with a vacuum because I've got the big floor sweep thing and the rigid pipes that I can hook to the end of it. And
Yeah.
and
When I worked as a counter, we did have one on the floor, standing like a bucket. Then you sweep the floor and you just put it over there and it suck it up.
oh, so you're talking like manual stuff. I like it when things can do the work for me.
Yeah, but when you work a really long time and you have a big pile and you don't know if there's a nail or anything in it, it's
Correct.
really bad for the machine when you pull it up.
Correct. That is true. And I knew exactly, like, when it comes to sweeping this stuff up that I'm talking about with the shop vac, I know exactly what's down there. So I get where you're coming from. Like, I wouldn't want to go and try to sweep up a big mystery pile someplace with my big 4-inch 35-gallon dust collector. Like, that could be catastrophic. Get something caught in in the impeller, cause all kinds of grief and damage. That would be bad.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing someone pulling an 8-inch nail through something like that.
Oh.
I did see on my box face like that's gonna cost.
Yeah. So this past, I'm gonna call it this past month, really. This past month, Mrs. RB and I have been doing a lot of discussion and a lot of research on personality types, and so that's where the bulk of my mental stuff my mental effort has been going. Did I see the grill auto cleaner? No, but I need that in my life.
Why do you clean your grill?
I need an auto cleaner for the grill because I hate cleaning my grill. That's why I don't use it, because I hate cleaning it.
I don't have a grid on my grill.
You don't have a grid on your grill?
No, I have a stone plate.
Ooh, that sounds fancy.
A 3-inch marmor stone plate. You just turn it up. It's just like using a big plate. You just throw things on.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. I had never, like, I knew you could get grills that were more like, I'm going to say more like griddles, where it's, instead of it having a grate on the top, it's more like a sheet metal pan. But I'd never thought about stone. That's a neat idea. That's a neat idea.
On a pizza stone.
Yeah. It's basically a pizza stone, which I have a pizza stone that we put in the oven for pizza night, and I love my pizza stone.
Yeah, you just do the same on the grill.
Huh. That's a great idea. I had never even considered that.
And an old marmor stone table can be used for it.
Sure. I'd have to probably find someone to cut it for me to fit, because I don't trust myself. Pizza on the grill.
Nope.
Oh yeah, pizza on the grill.
Well, you don't think to cut it? It's easy to cut it.
I'm sure that it is, and I'm sure that over time I could probably do it, but it scares me. Keep saying it's not Darth, it's Hybrid. Hybrid Avenger wants me to stretch, so I'm gonna try to stretch, but I got this thing back here, and it's gonna give me grief.
Yeah, you can get on it.
Ow, that doesn't feel good. It feels good and it hurts at the same time. Oh. Mrs. RB and I need a new mattress cover, a new mattress pad for our mattress. The mattress is fine, but the mattress is a little firm. And so we have a mattress pad that we put on top of it, and it's wore out. So we need a new one. And we haven't bought it yet. So I think that's where this is coming from, but I could be wrong. Anyway.
Well, it can't be coming from you just getting old.
It could be that. It could just be that. But we weren't going to say that, and you had to go and ruin it. So,
No, because I'm getting old too.
yeah, I'm older than you are.
That's not my fault.
No, it's my parents' fault. They didn't have to have me when they did. They could have waited. I could be younger. Anyhow. So yeah, that's been... Look in the lobby at on Discord. Okay.
I will open it for you.
Lobby. It's the GrillBot automatic grill cleaning robot with nylon brushes barbecue grill cleaner. Fukushima cherries. Oh. That's pretty rad. That's pretty rad. That is fantastic. And it's on Amazon. How much is it? How much is it? That ain't bad. $138? Does it, like, propel itself around the grill? It does.
Now I can come with a comment because I'm a welder.
Huh. Trust me, it really works, the video says. Yeah, okay, I trust you. I trust you.
Do I need to come with a comment about
I mean,
this?
you could. You could
Did
come
you
up with a
know that it's not good for your grill to clean it?
I do know that there are some that you don't want to constantly clean your grill. Yes.
Do you know why?
Well, I would imagine that you don't want to take the normal patina off of it because then it can like rust or whatever a lot faster, I would guess.
That's one thing. When you make a grill, you take steel, rust-free steel, and heat it to a really high degrees. And when you do that and you get clean it too much, if you get one hole, that's when the outer layer will separate from the other parts.
Ah, okay.
So the only way you really clean a grill is you heat it up really, really high up and let it burn out.
Okay. Like a self-cleaning oven kind of a
Never
thing.
put a cleaner on it. Yeah, never put a cleaner on. Never put anything on your grill out over the meat.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
And if you really need to clean your grill, you do it like you do your
Like a
things
cast
in,
iron skillet, yeah. You do the same thing. You don't wash a cast iron skillet.
Yeah, if you need to clean it, and that's a really fun part. You bring rough salt on it and a cleaning a soft cleaning tool.
Okay. Yeah, normally when I clean my grill, it's one of those wire brushes.
And they're really, really bad for your grill.
Yeah, I know. I know because the rack on my grill is in terrible shape now. Because it scrapes the coating off and then it just starts to deteriorate. Diamond Anvil says he once made the mistake of putting vegetables on the grill. Yeah. Like you don't want to actually put them on the grill, but rotisserie style, like kebab style stuff, it should be fine as long as it doesn't like touch the grill itself. Should be fine, shouldn't it?
No. You can put a vegetable on a grill.
My father-in-law does corn on the grill all the time. Like corn on the cob. He does that all the time. But he had to make sure that he had it like wet. Like he soaks it. Or in a foil bowl, sure. In foil is usually not bad.
No, I put vegetable directly on my grill.
Well, you've got that. You don't have an actual grill, like grated grill, though. You said you have a stone top.
Yes,
which is prob-
I got 3 grills.
Oh, you have 3 grills. Well, aren't you
Yeah.
fancy? Well, aren't you fancy? I have 1 grill. I have 1 grill and it doesn't work right.
I got my meat grill. That's with the mama plates on, and I have my normal grills. That's for chickens and vegetables.
Okay.
And I have my 3rd grill to all others.
Oh, okay.
I need to separate the meats on my grills because they get borrowed out sometimes to parties and stuff like that. And there is Muslim people that need to pay food from them too.
Sure. Yeah. You should always, I don't like to cook. Yeah, I'm getting starving. I don't like to cook a bunch of different things in the same place. I like to keep the foods separated for a lot of reasons, but that is a great reason. If you got somebody who has a dietary restriction or a religious restriction, then you want to try and accommodate for that. I did get, by the way, because I'm a streamer, I got a code for the Twitch Minecraft cape, and it worked. I'm not gonna wear it. But I got it.
Oh, now you're talking
because
about
real Minecrafters don't wear capes.
No. Half the codes they're giving out didn't work.
Yeah, like there were two that I tried that were like, no, you can't use that. I was like, well, what's the point of this? I do want the capes, right? I want them, but I'm not. I want the creeper cape.
None of the capes worked in the Netherlands. None of them.
None of the capes work in the Nether. Huh. Oh, in the Netherlands.
Yeah, in the Netherlands.
Huh. Well, that's unfortunate.
No, because of internet rules.
What?
Loot box rules, something. Netherlands have some harsh rules about random stuff on the internet, giving it freely out and stuff like that, because they go under gambling rules.
How is something free? How is that a gambling thing? It's
because people under 18 can get it. Then it's everything you can get for free is gambling if there is not a label and stuff like that tells things about it.
Well, that doesn't sound. Notice how they had to give away capes to make them relevant. Yes. It used to be
companies like EA Games for it.
It used to. I'll tell you what. The only capes that I'm truly interested in are the OG Minecon capes. Like, I want them to bring back Minecon. I want them to bring back Minecon the way that it was. I don't think they ever will, but I want them to do that, and I want there to be a reward for going to Minecon. This is ridiculous. I'm not upset that I got a Twitch cape because I'm a Twitch streamer and I do Minecraft content. I'm not upset about that, but it's trivial. And that's a good point too, Hybrid. It's not gambling if you're guaranteed to get it. Gambling implies that there is a risk to lose. If I'm giving you something for free, that's not gambling. That's just a gift.
Yes, No. Because a gift to under 18 can be misunderstood. For if I get it and you didn't get it because you get a Twitch streamer's cape and I didn't get it because I'm a Twitch streamer, then it's not the same rule. If you can go get something for free, it's gambling. Because not all can go get it.
My brain's starting to hurt.
Yes, EU rules next to blah.
I mean, I'm just gonna say it. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Like, you can't have something for free because it could be misinterpreted. It's a freaking cape in a game.
Yeah.
It's not even tangible. You can't. It's not like I can walk around in public with it. Aha! I got a cape and you didn't. You can't. It's only visible on your Minecraft skin in Minecraft. That's it.
Yeah. I know.
That's retarded.
But,
I can't say that. That's not.
You can blame EA Games about it. It is because of them this rule is now.
Mm.
Only
that
EA
doesn't
games,
surprise.
no
That
other
doesn't
companies.
surprise me. That doesn't surprise me at all. That it's EA's fault.
World of Warship and World of Tanks have something you call loot boxes.
Yep.
They can get, you can get them in Netherlands now. They've been banned for a long time. Now you every time you go into a loot box, there'll still stand a % chance for what you're getting for a free loot chance.
Right.
Then it's okay. So if they label the cape in the game, inside the game, with a free for all, then it's been okay. But they didn't do that.
Huh. That's like that baffles my mind.
Yeah, then you think on the Netherlands, the weed is free and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Then you can guess what the government have been on when they made this rule.
Weed. They were on weed.
Yes, it's fucked up.
It's you know, that free. Yeah, they were on that free weed. I'm just look. I know that the United States has its problems. We don't really need to get into that, but at least I can get a free cape from Minecraft. You know?
Well, they get free healthcare.
Yeah, exactly. Every country has its problems, you know. Every country has something that its citizens are like, "What? What are you talking about? This is dumb."
Do you like to know what the biggest fight in Denmark right now is
Sure.
about funny rules?
Sure.
Windmills.
Okay.
How long away from a farm or something like that you can place a windmill?
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
I live around in our calculate 4 miles away from some windmills, and I get asked every year if I can hear their noise.
Wow. And that's also a good
Got it.
point, Diamond, that every country has something to be proud of, too. That is absolutely true.
I don't know what USA is to be proud of, to be last in everything.
Canada, maple syrup. There you go. Canadian maple syrup.
Hybrid, we need to find what the US United States thing is then.
Honestly, and this is just this is just my opinion. I think that not much. Nah, I disagree, Darth. I disagree. For as exploited as it can be, and basically for I'm trying to think of the right word here. For as exploited as it can be, honestly, our Constitution, our system of government, and the rules by which citizens and government are supposed to play, I think we can be very proud of that. Again, it's not perfect, it also can be exploited by both sides and interpreted to mean something that it doesn't. But at its core, the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments to the Constitution, honestly, I think is something that the United States should be very, very, very proud of.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Why?
No.
Why not?
Why have a constitutional rule about you can bear arms?
Do you really want me to answer that?
That's a medieval like thing in Denmark. You may bear a sword.
Okay.
As soon as you give the right to bear a weapon, you will have more killings and you will have more people dying by it.
I don't want to bear arms. I want to arm bears. Give them a fighting chance.
So that's a problem. But again, if you look at when the Constitution was made in the USA, it will give a good meaning.
Yeah, again, you're absolutely right. When the Second Amendment to the Constitution was written, and gave every citizen the right to arm themselves, there was a reason for it. Makes bears 200 times scarier. There was a reason for it. We had just come out of a revolutionary war to free ourselves from British rule, and the tyranny that came with that rule. We were a frontier country. We were young and inexperienced at everything that we did. And so as we expanded our territory, we needed to be able to defend ourselves against aggression by others, invading forces, etc. We did exploit that, 100% exploited that, and used those weapons to displace the natives who were here before us. So that is a drawback to that. But we had to have the right to defend ourselves both from aggression by others, aggression by animals, and a government that was still trying to find itself.
Yeah. And a fun fact, did you know Denmark have a constitution too?
Every country has a constitution. It may not be called the Constitution, but they have rules by which they govern or rules by which they live.
No, it's called Grundlovsdag on Danish, but it's called in English Constitution Day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Wednesday next week.
Oh, nice. Yeah, like in Great Britain, they have the Magna Carta, which are the rules that their government operates under. They, I'm sure that I would guess that most countries have something like that. Yeah, see, I can't do that, Hybrid. I can't just go out and set off fireworks someplace. Right to beat arms and legs. Every state in the country has rules regarding fireworks. And arguably, fireworks are probably the most American thing. I mean, they're not created in America. I think those go back to what, the Chinese, I believe it was, or maybe somebody else. But
the Ming Dynasty.
Yeah, but the concept of setting off fireworks as a celebration is about as American as it comes. And again, I'm not saying that we created it, but it is something that we very much adopted, right? I can't go out in my front yard and set off fireworks unless it's like a sparkler. We could do a little sparkler thing. And I can't just go out into the wilderness anywhere and set them off either, because here in Georgia, if I go out in the woods and set off fireworks, I'm probably going to burn the forest down. So
yeah, but you can go buy a gun that can do the same.
I am pretty sure I'm not going to burn the forest down with a gun. Pretty sure. There are some things that I can't buy. Like I can't buy a grenade launcher. There are rules against that.
Well, in Denmark you can buy firework all year around.
We can buy fireworks year round also. We just had people setting off fireworks on Memorial Day. We can buy fireworks year round, but we can't set them off. We can only set them off on designated holidays. Memorial Day, 4th of July, Flag Day, Labor Day, which I don't know how it fits into Labor Day, but you can set them off on Labor Day. But you can't just go out you just can't go out on a random night and set off 27 bottle rockets, you know?
Well, we cannot do that too. We can get buy firework all year round with a label on, and we get a police license to fire it off in a time setting, and then a person that's a fireworker. I can be a fireworker and stuff like that, but it's a police license you get to a wedding or something like that.
I gotcha.
And
Okay.
the only days that's free to buy, that's on the 25 December this year, and you may only fire it off the 31 and the 1st.
Well, so Arizona is really dry, but do you have obviously you have like lawns and stuff there, but do you have a lot of really dry foliage that could easily catch fire? I've never been to Arizona. I've seen pictures of Arizona, and usually it's like a desert, you know? But I'm sure that there are communities there where you have lawns and...
It's hard to burn sand off.
It is hard to burn sand. Usually it just turns into glass. So, but you got to get it really hot to do that.
And if you have firewood that can do that...
Yeah, I've never been to Arizona,
illegal.
Diamond. I've been close. Well, I don't know. Would you consider Colorado close to Arizona? I mean, it's adjacent, but it's not really.
I need to
It was
see a
in
map.
northern Colorado.
Yes, where? Dude, Darth, do Route 66 go past Arizona?
Yes, Route 66 does go through Arizona. Yes.
Then I've been in Arizona.
Okay. I would love.
I did ride from New York to Los Angeles on Route 66.
I would love to do one of those Route 66 challenges. You know, like just go through the places where Route 66 used to be. I know that a lot of places that like the roads are still there, but they're not designated as Route 66 anymore. But I would love to see some of those old historic places that Route 66 went through. That would be amazing.
Try think on it. I'm from Europe.
Yeah, I know.
I did take it.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been a lot of places. I've just never been through the old Route 66 corridor. But I've been to probably half. I've probably been to half the states in the country. California, Oregon, Idaho, Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Illinois, Iowa, Nebraska. Never been to the Dakotas. Nope, I take that back. I was through part. Old is subjective when we're talking to about other countries. Very true. I mean, considering that the United States has only been around since 1780, and then before that it was the American colonies. I mean, we can really only trace white men in this country back to the 1500s.
No.
Well, I know that Leif Erikson and some of his predecessors, I know that they landed in Canada and before Columbus went to the Bahamas.
Well, Well, we got cocoa beans in Denmark from the USA. Where do cocoa beans grow? Florida. In the Viking Age.
Mm-hmm.
That's a proven fact. We did
What-
have a
what I'm-
colonies over there, but we didn't stay.
What I'm saying is that the history that is in this country is very limited compared to the history of Europe and Asia and Africa. There's history here. You know, there were civilizations here, but not
You wiped them out.
Exactly. We wiped them out. And if there's anything that we should not be proud of, it is definitely that. We have.
It's kind of funny because you say you wipe out the Indians, and people over here in Europe say, "Oh, you really bad." Who did wipe out the ghouls?
Yeah, it was you guys
who
that came
was-
here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you look back, ask an Englishman in England who wiped you out.
Right. Well, and
Where's
and
the other people?
that's another thing. If you look at the history of Great Britain, the history of Great Britain, you know, that was the Welsh and the Scots and the Irish for the most part, but it was, you know, it was people, it was the Franks, it was the Vikings, it was a lot of them that came in and really obliterated them and forced them to adapt into a newer or advancing culture.
No, you need to go way back.
Sure.
The Romans.
Yep, Romans. Yeah, the Romans as well.
The Romans raped half the
Mhm.
the country in England before the Vikings was there.
That is very true.
And the most English people come from the Celts. That's a Germanic tribe in Germany.
Yep, 100%. So it's it's in our nature. We're conquestors by nature,
yeah.
which is fortunate and unfortunate at the same time.
When we talk about old countries, I'm in Denmark. Where's the oldest flags from a country at Denmark? The flag with the cross on.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first flag in the world that make that type of cross. That's Denmark.
Yeah.
So the English flag, the original English flag, not the Great Britain flag. The English flag is a copy of the Danish.
Sure.
So when we talk old, when we go dig in the ground out here and we found something and we look at it and say, "Oh, that's old," we know it's from the Viking Age, maybe even from the Stone Age.
Right.
But
This
I
is the
bet
song.
you can
This is the song. Sorry. This has gotta go.
delete it.
I can't delete it. It won't let me. I don't have a paid account with Pretzel. I can't delete it. I can only skip it.
You can delete it. Find the server. We'll do it.
That is the worst song ever. It is so terrible. So bad.
And I still need experience in the Minecraft for this damn sword.
Do what?
I'm trying to upgrade my sword in Minecraft.
Oh. I need to get some XP and mend my pick in Minecraft.
Oh yeah, I'm
You
live
know a
on
worse song,
Discord
Darth?
too.
I'm sure you do.
I'm live here on Discord same time.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. I saw it. Silver is live on Discord. I was digging in the backyard and found a candy wrapper from last Halloween. Nothing grew. I don't think you're supposed to plant them. Although that would be amazing if you could.
You can plant anything. It's just a matter of how it grows or rot.
Yeah, I know. Diamond, if you had asked, I probably could have said, it might not be a good idea. Like, I don't think anything's going to come of it. I can think of
But
other
you never
things that
know.
maybe you should plant instead, Sorry. So. Uh-oh. Hybrid's got a bunch of exploding creepers. I love them. They're awesome. I hate creepers, but I love those. Would have been a lot easier on the kids, yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Don't plant kids that you don't grow to.
Yeah, do not plant your kids. They will not grow. Don't do that. Some things you shouldn't have to be told, but maybe this is one that maybe somebody should put out there. Don't plant your kids. They will not grow. Don't overwater them either.
No, then they'll drown.
Yeah, then they might drown.
Oh yeah, you asked about the power situation in Minecraft.
I did what?
Last time you tried to make some power electric work in Minecraft.
Oh, yeah. What about it? Help me.
This is my power situation.
Oh, I'm not watching. Can I watch at the same time?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's go to this. Nope, not that one. This one. Oh, why are you looking at the door? Go back there. No, go the other way. Over there. Yeah. And that's all in one chunk?
This is all in one chunk.
Okay. It's pretty good.
And that's all the power I get. Then I started on some power cells on top of this building here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's just fantastic. That's just
and this
fantastic.
you can hide underground.
Yeah. All right. Diamond wants to change the subject. So we're going to change the subject. We're going to talk about the CNC. We're going to talk about potential idea for my workbench. So let's do that. CNC update. I have been playing with the design of the CNC. I think I shared with you last month that I actually have the linear rails for both the X and Y axis, the 1,000mm linear rails. And then I also have the 300mm linear rails for the Z axis. I was looking at plywood this morning. I do need to get a piece of plywood to start building the structure. I still need to get the lead screws. I need 3 lead screws. I need 2,000mm lead screws. Although, 2,000mm lead screws with the pillow blocks to put them in. And then I also need to get one 300mm lead screw with the pillow block for it as well. But I need to get the plywood first. If I get the plywood first, then I can start laying out the different orientations that we're gonna have to do. The problem that I'm having is a financial one. I only get $25-ish a month, and that comes from Patreon supporters. I also get payouts from Twitch and YouTube. I am nowhere near a payout on YouTube. YouTube has to have $100 in the account before they pay it out, and I have like 30. So we're a long way away from a YouTube payout. Twitch pays out at $50, and we're getting close-ish on Twitch. Analytics, earnings. No, we're not. We're not getting close-ish. Oh yeah, we are. We have $33 in our Twitch account right now. So in the next, if all of our current subscribers resubscribe, in the next month-ish, we'll have a Twitch payout. And so I was looking at plywood this morning. I was trying to decide what grade of plywood I want to get for the CNC router. I could go really good quality hardwood plywood so that it's consistent. I guess consistent is the best word that I can use for it. Nice smooth finishes, nice laminations in between the, nice lamination layers. Or I can get a little bit less expensive piece of plywood, so it's not necessarily as fine of a finish, because most of the things aren't going to ride on the surface anyway. They're going to ride on the linear rails, right? So as long as everything is solid, then it should be fine. And so what I think I've decided is a piece of 3/4 Home Depot and Lowe's call it sanded ply, and it's about $50 a sheet. So hopefully we'll be able to get there within the next month. I'm not asking people for money anymore. I never really did ask for money. Well, I ask people to support the channel, right? I feel what's the best way to say this?
Well, supporting the channel isn't necessarily asking for money.
True.
Supporting the channel could be like liking a video or subscribing or something. Absolutely.
Beholden, that's a great point. I think back to some of the videos that I watched, like Thoughty2. British guy, does documentary type videos on YouTube. And he has a Patreon, and he asks people to go to the Patreon and support the channel that way. But if you can't, that's fine. Just a simple like, a simple comment, sharing the video with your friends is thanks enough. And that's kind of where I'm at, right? I want people to enjoy the content that I'm creating. And if you are led to support the channel financially, then that's a bonus. That's a bonus for me. It's a blessing from you. And that's kind of where I'm at. So I want to build this CNC router so that people can enjoy the process of seeing someone build something like that on their own. However, I also know that not everybody cares about that, right? And so that is a very niche person that's going to be like, hey, this guy's going to build a CNC router. I want to help him do that. And I haven't found those, nothing against all of you, I haven't found those people yet. The $25 a month that I get from Patreon is people that are supporting the Minecraft content, right? The money that I'm getting from Twitch are people that are supporting the Minecraft, the gaming content. And I do feel bad. I feel bad if I take that gaming content contribution and use it for something else. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And that's me as an ISTJ being fully truthful and transparent with you all. That makes me uncomfortable. The whole point to Patreon and Twitch subscriptions and all that is to grow the channel. And I'll be 100% transparent. There have been a few times where that $25 or a portion of that $25 took me out to lunch with some of my coworkers as a treat. I don't get to do that very often, and so I'll take $10 or $15 and I'll go to lunch with my coworkers one day. Because if I don't bring my lunch to work, I don't get lunch. Our budget is tight enough where I can't buy lunch for myself out someplace. And it's not responsible to do that anyway. Like, you shouldn't go out and buy lunch every day because that gets super freaking expensive, right?
Oh, yeah.
So again...
Yeah, it does.
My point in this is that I want to do all this woodworking content. It takes time. I am ready to start putting a CNC router mostly together. I've got the Arduino, I've got the stepper motors, I've got the CNC Shield controller, I've got all that. I've got the linear rails and the linear bearings for the motion parts of it. I still need the lead screws. I've got the power supply. And then that's kind of it. Once we've got the lead screws, then we should be able to, the lead screws and the plywood, we should be able to put together a functioning CNC router. So it is something that I would like to craft fairs for your cutting boards, personalized drink coasters, laser etched wooden gift boxes. I like that, Diamond. And I also started putting together a plan for planters, outdoor planters, cedar outdoor planters, like a 12 by 12 by 13 or 14 inch tall cedar planter. You can make one of those out of a couple of fence pickets, and those typically sell well. So yeah, and that's the other side of this very same coin. This failure to start, this failure to launch, this analysis paralysis that I constantly am dealing with is where a lot of what you're saying, Diamond, comes in to play. I know I need to do that stuff. I know I need to make cutting boards. I know I need to make coasters. I know I need to do laser engraved products. I know I need to do that. It took me 2 years to build a set of sawhorses. That's not good.
Well, I don't think that's true. It didn't really take you 2 years to build them because you weren't working on it for the entire 2 years.
No, it took me 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It took me 30 minutes. Well, it probably a little bit longer than that because I had to run them through the planer and had to make cuts and then all of that. So it may have taken upwards of an hour, but
maybe
I think
2
it
years.
just goes back to that thing that we were talking about. If some of your viewers don't know, I am rbPlays' son. So we have a lot of time to talk with each other,
ladies and gentlemen.
So I was saying, like, you can have it all, right? But you can't have it all at once.
True. 100% true. He is wise beyond his years.
Everything takes time.
Don't dwell on the past.
Everything takes time, and
that.
you just don't have enough sometimes, and that's okay.
And there's other things that go on that I can't share with you all. It's very personal, private, family stuff that I cannot share. It's not mine to share, right? So I want you all to know that there are other things that go on in my day-to-day that burden me sometimes to the point where I don't have anything left in the tank at the end of the day.
No. That's
Right.
why I'm saying real life first.
Yeah. And that's what I've been
Yeah.
doing. That's what I've been doing for the past month is real life first, right? Deal with the things that I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis to function and survive. And try to make try to make life as comfortable as possible for the people who are in it. So I want to make a bunch of cutting boards. I want to make drink coasters. I want to make gift boxes. As a matter of fact, there's a coworker of mine is going to be getting married in 2025, and I've already been talking to them about, you know, I've already been talking to them about a potential something that I could do for their wedding, right? The issue for me, the issue is either time, motivation, or money. And it's either one of those three or all of them all at once. I had to choose. I had to choose an expensive freaking hobby, right? Sometimes we don't choose it though. Sometimes it chooses us. You know, this goes back to my teenage years with my dad. It also goes back to my high school years with my shop teacher. So, Diamond, great question. Did the pallet that you broke down have any wood that I could use for coasters? Yes. I do have a reasonable amount of pallet wood now in the shed. I don't have a lot, but I have some. So I can make some small things. So what I need to do now is I need to start making some of those.
Well, I think the issue with pallet wood is typically that it's very short because you have to cut off the screw holes.
Well, sometimes though, about that, and I think Diamond might feel the same way. Sometimes those blemishes in the wood give it more character. So
yeah, that's also
and it's
true.
not
Yeah.
screw holes.
Huh?
Real pallets are made by nails.
Right. Yeah, and it's not screw holes, it's nails. So yeah, I do have some wood that I can use.
Funnier.
Screw holes does sound
It's
funny.
more entertaining.
And
Yeah, screw
Istrissi,
that hole.
the shark joke, I love it. I love it. It's amazing. So I have some pallet wood. Now, Diamond also asked about the pallet wood workbench. As many of you who watch the woodworking channel are aware, I have been saying for a while now that I need to tear apart my workbench that I have in the shop right now because it is too big. It takes up too much space. I need to make a smaller workbench. And one of the things that I've been playing with, and I posted this as a question in the Discord about a week ago, is what about a pallet wood, an upcycled wood workbench? And the popular consensus was, yeah, that's a great idea. And so I am very much intrigued by this as an idea. It's going to take a lot of pallets though. I want to build the pallet, the workbench that I want to build is going to be roughly 3x5. So what, I guess, 1 meter by 1.5 meters, 2 meters, somewhere in there.
And that's a lot of pallets because a lot of them aren't even usable.
Yeah, so the pallet that I just broke down, I said that I put in the Discord that I broke down a pallet and I got basically no usable wood out of it. That's not entirely true. As I took the nails out of that pallet yesterday, because again, I took that pallet apart and then I just stacked everything up on the workbench instead of actually finishing it, because reasons. We've already talked about that. But as I took the nails out, I did find that there is a lot more usable wood in there than I thought there was. There is some that's unusable, but there's a lot more usable wood in there than I thought there was. And then using that crappy wood, Diamond, if we did like a end grain butcher block style kind of a thing, that could be cool.
You cannot use pellet wood for stuff like that.
You can use it for a coaster.
Yeah, for a coaster.
I won't use it for I won't use pallet wood for a cutting board or a serving tray or anything like that, because you never know what was on the pallet. But if it's a pallet that was treated, if it was a pallet that was just treated by heat, steam kind of a thing where there were no chemicals used, I wouldn't worry about it if it was an end table, a coffee table, a set of coasters, something functional. A guitar stand, yeah.
I can say
for a workbench, for a workbench it's fine, right, Diamond?
I'll say it's up to what kind of panels we're talking about here, because if it's one of the homemade pallets you make for internet blog or something like that, you can do it. But if it's international, a traded pallet plate, you cannot use it for anything that's food related.
Correct.
Or food can be on it.
Correct. And I would not do that. I wouldn't use any wooden pallet for anything that food is going to become close to. I would not do that. That's irresponsible. But to Diamond's point, for a workbench, it'd be fine. And I agree with that. I absolutely think that's the direction I want to go. But it's going to take a lot of pallets.
Yes and no. Again, I'll say yes and no. How many pallets? It's up to how you use the pallets.
Mm-hmm.
Because a pallet chair will take 4 pallets.
Yeah. Let me pull this up here real quick.
I mean, in order to make a workbench, you really only need to make the skeleton of it in order for it to be a usable workbench.
True.
And then you can kind of take your time with the rest of it.
And that was the plan. That was the plan that I had with this workbench. I'll get the frame of it built, and then over time I'll build out the storage solutions and all that for it, which failure to launch, never did. But yeah, I agree.
I feel like if you enjoyed that workbench, if it wasn't too big, I feel like you would put storage into it, because it would be a waste of time.
Yes.
Just like, yeah, so it's not. It's just because it was too big.
That is an accurate statement. Oops. Orbit.
I think you undercredit yourself a lot.
I do. I'm my own worst critic.
Yeah.
I am very much my own worst critic.
Any creator is really that.
Yeah. So I think I've showed this to you guys before, but this is kind of where I'm at with the workbench. Do I have a lot of these turned off? Let's see here. Unhide all. Well, okay. So I'm still in the process of kind of working out the design of the workbench, but from a framing standpoint, this is what we've got, right? It's not going to be a lot of wood, but when you consider the fact that most of the pallet slats are 1/2 to 5/8 of an inch thick, building up these stretchers, building up these legs, and getting them to be the right thickness, that's going to be the complex part, right? It can be done. Do I need that much framing in the base? I don't know I don't know how many of these lower stretchers I'm going to need, because those lower stretchers are actually going to help support whatever cabinets I put in there. These are kind of placeholders right now. Really, truthfully, the only thing that I need are the 4 uprights, the the 4 bottom stretchers and the 4 top stretchers, and then some support underneath to support the top. I don't necessarily need these right now. These can come later, which is easy enough to do. And those can go in relative to the piece that they're going to support, if that makes sense. But from a purely dimensional standpoint, right? If we just look at the dimensions on this, again, it's going to be 5 foot this way, and then roughly 35 inches tall, and then about 3 feet wide. Right? So no, I don't know that I need those in those exact places, but I'm going to need something there eventually. Because each one of those cabinets that I want to put in the bottom are modular. Each one of those cabinets is going to be built 3 feet. Big feet or normal feet. My feet. 12 inches. You could get away with 3 sides along the bottom stretchers. Oh, yeah, maybe. That's a possibility. Hadn't thought about that. This is... Could put cabinets on wheels. Sure. Sure.
If you place a pallet in the bottom, one of the ways as support, you can use it on a pallet lift if you move it around.
Ooh. I'd have to buy a pallet jack, but yeah. Pallet jack. How much is a pallet jack?
No. You have the idea.
I do have the idea, yeah.
One pallet can be the bottom in itself.
Yeah. 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 That's something to think
then
about.
You don't even need to break it down.
That's a fair point. Just get the basic frame knocked out, and then the extras can come later. That's kind of what I did with the bench that I have. It's kind of what I did with the bench that I have. That was the plan anyway. You know what? We're gonna see if we can fix this. Alt click.
And I dropped a YouTube video about how to make a simple pallet workbench.
Okay, that doesn't work. Why does that not work? Because it's OBS for Linux. You're supposed to be able to click Alt. You guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm trying to adjust my my face cam down here in the bottom corner, make it a little smaller. But you're supposed to be able to push Alt and then click on the sides of this and drag it smaller, and it'll crop, and it won't do it. It's weird.
Well, you're lucky right now.
Why am I lucky?
I was on a stream before you started, with a guy I know, and he had the problem when we set a command in his chat where he get a column cam, he will get a camera mode in the game because it's the same keys.
Oh, fantastic!
So his game will fuck up every time we do it, and he was playing with other people.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
And
So yeah, that's
so every time he went to camera mode, all the other went on break.
Okay. That's fantastic. So that's where we're at with the 2 big projects. Yeah, nope, you are not wrong. Nobody starts with the ultimate anything. And I don't want to start with the ultimate anything. And honestly, I don't know if I want the ultimate anything. I want a functional shop. And right now my shop is functional-ish. It's functional-ish, if that makes sense. My biggest problem is I have no place to put anything. Everything is always constantly getting moved from one surface to the next, you know? So yeah, that's my big struggle in the shop right now is where everything is.
I told you to dig a basement.
I can't dig a basement. Mrs. RB will not let me dig a basement under the garage. That's not going to happen. It's not going to
do it
happen.
in secret.
How would you even do that?
It
Wouldn't it
can be
like
done.
cave in?
No, you can do it without caving in. Remember, kid, my career before I do what I do now was in construction. I know how to do that stuff.
And
Right.
behold, there is an Englishman. He made a bunker and a basement, and he's right now doing a lift
Colin
down
Furs.
to his lowering car.
Oh, yeah, Colin Furs, the guy.
Yeah.
The mobility scooter guy.
Uh-huh. Colin Furs is amazing. I
He's
love Colin Furs.
awesome. I watched him like a long time ago.
He's done nothing but get better. So
Yeah.
you should really watch Colin Furs again.
I
This
mean,
whole-
I do every once in a while if I
This
see
whole
something
bunker
of
thing
his
is amazing.
That's interesting.
I would
That's
love
probably
to be able to talk your mom into at the very least being able to put a maintenance pit in the garage for like oil changes and stuff. But I don't think we're even going to approach that. I don't think that's going to.
I thought you were gonna say you wanted to talk mom into getting on a bricked out mobility scooter.
Well, that would be cool too. But that would be cool too.
But yeah, he's right now building a lift for his car.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yep.
I did see that.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's so good.
He's basically building a bat cave.
It's
It's very cool.
The
He-
thing,
he
yeah,
do have a
the
bad
car
gig.
is going to lift up in his driveway and he'll be able to drive out. And he's doing it for a DeLorean.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, at the
Yes.
DeLorean.
That's so cool.
Hybrid wants me to hydrate. We shall hydrate. Cheers. Have we had enough real talk for today?
and you have a YouTuber in USA that done the same.
We do?
Yeah,
Who dat?
he makes
Who
he
dat?
have a wheelchair company.
Oh, is it Jerry Riggs Everything?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. His wife is handicapped, and so a lot of the stuff that he does for her.
Yeah. He made a bunker where you can have an elevator down and all that.
He made a custom elevator in their house for her to be able to get from the living room to the bedroom upstairs on her chair. He made a custom scooter for her. Yeah, he's done all kinds of stuff. I've seen a
He
few of
has
his
a
videos.
company that make disability vehicles.
Yeah, Diamond, yes, you're right. I would probably have better luck asking for a lift in my driveway. It's probably true.
And when it's run, you need to have the song running. Jack it off.
No, no, we're not going to have that.
Just wait till all the neighbors come out and looking at what the hell is going on here.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we're not doing that. Oh, excuse me. How far behind is the YouTube stream here? 40 minutes. Nice. Okay, now it's caught up. It says we have 2 viewers on YouTube. Welcome, YouTubers. Hi.
I think they're both me because I'm watching.
Oh.
I'm watching on my TV and my computer because
Oh.
I was too lazy to turn it off on my TV.
Oh. Well, hey, it's still views.
Sorry.
I dropped the
still
pathway in
views.
the chat for you, my Abby.
Okay. Okay. It's still views, so it's fine. And Diamond's here as well. Sweet. You would absolutely plant a Butterfingers tree? What?
Yeah.
Your mom asked
We were
for.
talking about planting candy wrappers.
Oh, right. That was a while ago. I had this chat over here was buried, so I didn't see that right away. And yes, if you're watching on YouTube, you absolutely need to do what Diamond Anvil said, and that is hit the like button over there. Give it a big thumbs up, because that means a lot to me and the algorithm, apparently.
And I just don't like YouTube.
Oh, the sounds for Minecraft are in assets objects. Okay, let me. I need to see if I can find that.
It's probably a hidden file folder.
Probably. The reason why we're, if anybody, can you hit thumbs up on a TV? I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can. The reason why we're asking about that is Istrissi and I were talking about the sound alerts thing. We made this list a few weeks back. I need some of those sounds so that I can update the sound alert file so that you guys can play weird sounds for me. Hey, look, we got an emoji from YouTube. I like that emoji. That's cool. What is that one? RB. Chat's talking to
little
you.
guy.
Like that one.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, RB chat's talking to me. It's a fart. Yeah, we should play a fart sound. Fart sound could be very childish and appropriate. Who's your NHL team, Hybrid? Who do you support in the NHL? Wow, that was. You guys see how bright that made my face? I had a. Where'd it go? Had a folder open. That. Look at how bright that makes my face.
You know what really supports the NHL?
The Oilers. Okay. What?
Ice.
That's a good one. That's a good one. The Edmonton Oilers. I don't understand hockey. I don't understand hockey or soccer. Like, I'm a sports, I won't say I'm a sports nut, but I do like sports. But I don't understand the rules for hockey and soccer. I don't get it. I just don't.
Do we really have games in the US?
Yes, they have games. We're in the middle of baseball season. The greatest season on the face of the planet is right now. And the Cubs are screwing everybody up right now. They're freaking awful.
Oh.
I didn't believe you have the time from work to free time to see something like that.
I would make golf a full contact sport. It was in Happy Gilmore. Bob Barker and Happy were fist fighting on the.
I want to quote that so bad, but your stream is family friendly.
Oh yeah.
No. Uh-huh.
I guess I could say it differently.
You could say it differently.
You eat poop for breakfast?
Yeah.
No. That is Happy Gilmore, right?
Yeah.
We all seen Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, I think it is. It's either Happy Gilmore or
Caddyshack, right?
No, it's not Caddyshack. The other Adam Sandler one.
Gilmore.
Back to School? No, not Back to School.
I can say that comment
what's the name of the Adam Sandler movie where he had to go back through all the grades of school? Is that?
I don't know.
Billy Madison. Billy Madison. Yep, hybrid got there too. So today could be the last game between the Oilers and the Stars. Okay. So is that a best of 5 or is that a best of 7? Darth was working on it too. Best of 7. So if they win, so they're up 3 game. They're at 3 games now. If they win one more, then they got 4. Then they win. Right? You type slow. Me too. And then they're gonna play either the Rangers or the Panthers for the championship, for the cup. Is that right? Okay. Who do you want them to play? Who would you rather they play, the Panthers or the Rangers?
The other team.
The other team. Just play another team. Doesn't matter who.
Yeah. No, I got really bad feeling about people in the USA about sports, and that's local because of something local where I live.
Yeah.
3 years
Well,
have the soccer team in where I live been owned by an American company, and we lost 3 seasons, and we went down 3 seasons.
Wow. That's a
Now local hands have bought up the contract now, and we are going up 1 season. And that's what happened with every club in Europe that American sponsorship or bought into sports over here.
Well, I think if like I don't know what's like a sports team. I don't know sports. An American sports team, Cubs. I guess I'll just use them.
Yeah.
Okay. So if the Cubs were owned by someone in Europe, I'm sure they would care less than somebody who lives in Chicago.
The fun thing is there are 4 big clubs in soccer in the USA that are owned by an Irish company, and they all are going up. It's money over the game.
Yeah. Diamond Anvil. Yeah, Diamond Anvil. I can't tell how many times I've been confused by the Stanley Cup. I think the hockey trophy, not the drink holder.
I thought of the guy from Marvel. The Stan Lee Cup.
I keep going back to Cars and the Piston Cup. You did what?
Oh yeah, a news
Stan Lee.
in soccer in
Yeah.
USA. Soon
I
a
don't care
Danish
who
team
you
will
are.
play
That's
there.
funny right there.
Mm-hmm. My hood. I ain't seen this in 20 years.
Did you know in soccer league there's soon to be Danish Kingdom clubs in USA?
Did not know that.
Greenland.
Huh.
Greenland is applying to be under the soccer association in the North
Okay.
Americans instead of the Europe.
We've got a hockey team here in Atlanta, Atlanta United. I guess they're pretty good. I got some friends who are really big fans of soccer, and I keep asking them to explain the rules of soccer to me, and I can't get behind a sport where the clock adds time, right? Oh, we're just gonna let you play longer. No, it's all about coming to an end. It's a victory.
No. You that's a misunderstanding. They don't add time on the clock.
I've seen the clock run backwards, so
Yeah, that's no. They don't add time on the clock.
hockey team in Arizona, yeah, you guys do have one. That's right.
That is stupid.
No,
How-
they're not
How
playing
did they
outside.
practice?
They're not playing outside. They're in an air-conditioned building. You can make ice indoors in the desert.
Yeah, I guess
How
so.
did the Jamaica bobsleigh team get good?
Right. The Jamaican bobsled team from Cool Runnings. How did they get good?
It just sounds silly.
Oh yeah, there's a full movie about that.
Well, Hybrid. I hope the Oilers win for you too. I hope they do. You're right. It's been a long time since a Canadian team has done this well in the playoffs. And really, like hockey, it doesn't get any more Canadian than hockey. Like one of the first things that parents teach their kids to do in Canada is ice skate so that they can play hockey. So, if you guys didn't see it,
Yeah.
I put it in the Discord. Imp and Skiz They have that podcast, the Imp and Skiz podcast. Yesterday's guest was Etho. Of course, you don't get a face reveal, but, you know, still Etho.
Your slab.
Etho Slab. So yeah, Etho is the guest on the Imp and Skiz podcast. If you have not caught that yet, I highly recommend it. It was entertaining, and he's going to come back for a session 2 next week. So yeah, I recommend it. They've had some really good conversations with a lot of the hermits. The one that they did with BOO was amazing. The one, that was so good. And then also the other really good one that they did was with it was not that long ago. It was it was with Joel, new hermit this year. It was really good too. So if you're into that kind of thing, you should watch it.
But I know something about hockey. Ice hockey, I know something about that.
You know something about that?
Yep.
What do you know?
I know the playing fields in the Europes are smaller than the USA.
Oh, and hockey? Or not hockey, the soccer?
No, hockey.
Football. Oh, hockey. Really?
Yep. Because the Europeans play more tactical than the rest of the world.
Oh, okay. Darth, I don't think so. I don't think they've done one with false yet.
No, Darth, they've not been...
yeah, I haven't seen one with false yet. That would be a good one, too. Although, wait a minute. No, I don't think they've done one with false yet. They've had Mumbo, they've had BOO, they've got Etho, they've done Zazuma, Zed. Have they had one with Doc?
I don't believe they have one with Green too yet.
Yeah, I don't think they've had one with Green yet, and they have done one with Scar. They've done one with Gem. I don't think they've done Pearl yet.
I think I saw part of the one with Scar.
Yes, the Scars was really good. Scars was really good.
Did you see the video with Scar where he fell out of his chair?
No.
Oh my gosh.
No.
They're playing VR, and he fingering
Oh yeah, the whole Minecraft VR thing.
He did fell out of his chair. He needs his mom and dad in to help him up.
Yeah, Scar is funny, but Scar is an agent of chaos. Like, anytime Scar shows up, you know something hysterical is going to happen.
Try to think on with Scar and Green get together.
Anytime Scar and Green and anytime they're together, it's, well, just look at the most recent Green / Scar / Impulse / Skiz video. Yeah, Scar, Green, and Skiz. That combination is lethal.
I love the episode where President Moon get Green blacklisted for the server.
Yeah. It was it was Gem.
Oh,
Zuma, can you type ban Green? And he did. All of a sudden, Green disappears.
And she's running around like, what the hell is going on?
So good. So good.
If you're in that situation and you get into the Hermitcraft server and then you get banned from the Hermitcraft server, what must that be like?
Well, I have a feeling that there were no hard feelings about that because.
Well, yeah. I mean,
but yeah, like to be someone that screws up so catastrophically that they have to ban you from the server. How would that feel? Like, that would be awful.
Well, in the Hermitcraft history, there is one that got banned from the server.
Who was that?
That's all in the start. There was one of the guys before Exhumas did take over the servers. He got banned because he got arrested in real life for something with children.
Okay.
And he's one of the founding fathers for Hermitcraft.
Okay.
That's unfortunate.
But he did only make 1 or 2 videos.
Okay. So it was early season 1, then it sounds like, yeah?
Yeah, that's in season 1. And he got arrested and still in jail for stuff like that.
Okay. Good to know.
So yes, there has been bans, and there's people that never getting back to Hermitcraft servers that been on it and stuff like that.
Well, I know there's a bunch of people that would love to see Pungents come back. There's a lot of people that would love to see Jenny B come back. It's never going to happen.
Dude,
but
if Generic came back to Hermitcraft, my life would be complete.
Interesting from your Discord.
Back. Dude, fucking yes.
Could you imagine
I'm
the
sorry,
shenanigans that would take place between B00, Jenny B, Grian, Skiz, Joel? Could you imagine the hijinks that those guys would get up to if Jenny B was on the server?
Dude, that would be crazy.
It would be insane. It would be insane. Scar. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It would be monumental. The hijinks that those guys would get up to.
Because
I was just watching a Minecraft compilation last night.
Yeah.
And hit all the bases, It's 2 badges.
You're right. 2 badges.
Just so many good times, man.
Yeah.
There was an old Hermitcraft that did ask to get back that got a no.
Okay.
For this season.
Really?
Yep.
Who was that?
The dude that went over to make City Skylines videos.
Oh, Biffa?
I don't remember his name.
Biffa?
Yeah, Biffa, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Honestly, I never enjoyed Biffa's Minecraft content. But I love his City Skyline stuff.
I believe he's hired by City Skyline now.
He might be.
Because he's in the commercial for City Skyline 2.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Darth, if you're saying things, it sounds like you're like halfway across the room, so we can't really understand you. That's much better.
Oh, I can't.
Golden, we used to talking about Darth.
I also can't hear Darth at all because I muted him earlier and I said to let me know if he was saying anything, and now nobody's let me know he's talking.
No, we only take the important
I didn't know.
Okay, now you're not muted.
Well, that's fine.
So yeah, nobody on stream could hear anything that Darth was. We left.
He did leave.
Oh.
Now I feel like a terrible guy.
Oh,
no. Darth is a good guy.
Yeah, Darth is a great guy.
He have an open mic sometimes.
I muted him earlier because there was a bunch of background noise, and I said said to make sure to let me know, and then it didn't happen, and now I feel bad because he was talking and nobody could hear him. Crap.
Well,
I'll pet him on the head later.
Yeah, well, I'll do something. Got a fan on you? I don't blame you. It's what, 147 degrees out there right now?
Well, I got a fan on me. And it's not an only fan.
Oh, God. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. What is the temperature today here? Well, that's not terrible. Right now it says it's 76. High today,
76.
80. It's not going to be bad.
Water boiled at 100.
It's not that hot yet. But I bet it feels like it, doesn't it?
It's not hot here yet.
Oh no, but it's coming.
It's been known to be very hot.
Behold,
not only that, but it's humid.
Beholden, I'm after RB with the Fahrenheit and the inches.
Oh yeah, the whole real numbers and real freaking scales of that.
I don't understand, like, Europeans out there. Like, get real temperatures. Like, what are you doing?
Have you ever been thinking on there's only 3 countries in the world that use what you use?
Yeah, the rest of you will catch up to us someday.
And there's more people in the Europe in the USA.
Yeah, the rest of you will catch up to us someday.
How many people are you in the USA?
I think we're just short of 400 million.
Oh, that's only the Eurozone. Then we don't have all the Europe.
It cannot be that low. How many people there are in the USA?
Yeah. Around 400.
Last time I checked, it was 357 million. U.S. population. As of 2022 is 333.3 million people.
I see 340 million.
What I just saw was for 2022, 333.3 million.
Do you know how many we are in the Europe?
I don't care.
700 plus million.
Oh, that's cool.
I do care, actually. I do care.
Well, behold, if you look at it, you need to count Russia into the Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally don't count Russia as Europe, but...
All right, Darth. See you later, buddy. It's almost time for us to end anyhow.
Canon.
No, that's something you learn when you live in Europe. The part
they're looking
of
at us from the
Russia
rearview
is
mirror.
not in the Europe, and
You're not
other
wrong,
part
Diamond.
is.
Interesting.
When you get over to the Ural mountains, that's Asia.
Yeah.
But Turkey is in Europe, and the smallest part is in Europe.
Yeah, technically Russia is in Europe. That's very true. That's 100% true. It's actually on the European shelf and not the Asian shelf. So
when we look at maps over here, when you look at Russia, you take the mountains over there. Then we don't count the rest of the Russia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We call it Siberian.
Yeah. Now Siberia is technically on the Asian continent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're owned by Russia.
Right. Right.
Then you can say Denmark is a part of the North Americas too because of Greenland.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to think that I don't know. Siberia isn't like mountainous, is it? It's more like forest.
The Siberian, I've never been there, but I see some picture from people been there. I know real life. It look like more like wooden area in Canada, frozen thunder.
Yeah, it's more boreal.
Yeah.
Did you all know? I'm guessing you guys did know this, but did you all know that currently the Atlantic Ocean is growing at 1.5 inches per year, and the Pacific Ocean is shrinking by approximately that amount also?
Okay, but who decides where the oceans split? It's just water.
But the distance between the American continent and the European continent and the African continent is growing, and the distance between the American continent and the Asian continent is shrinking.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's why you have so many volcanoes erupting on Iceland.
Plate tectonics, that's right. I've been watching a lot of PBS Eons lately, and they've got a bunch of videos on plate tectonics and how the Atlantic Ocean formed, and the last supercontinent of Pangaea, and how there's a new supercontinent that's going to form when the Pacific Ocean finally goes away, which will happen in about 300 million years. So we won't be around to see it, but
Well, look at the flight plan. It gets shorter to fly to Japan for you.
it's right. Eventually, we'll be able to walk.
Yeah, that's true.
Tokyo and Los Angeles will be one city.
That is, of course, if Japan sinks isn't real.
Japan could very possibly get subducted. It's very possible.
There's a lot of islands between us and
There's
Asia.
a few atolls. However you pronounce
Hawaii
that word.
would be toast, dude.
Hawaii
Wouldn't it?
Hawaii actually probably wouldn't disappear. Hawaii would probably
Is
get
it
crushed.
like far south?
No, it would probably get crushed. It would
Oh,
probably
okay.
get formed into the new landmass because Hawaii is
Yeah.
actually built on volcanic activity. Those islands are because volcanoes are constantly erupting. So
Yeah.
Well, a fun fact: where I live in Denmark, we have a tsunami warning.
yeah, you
Now,
guys.
the tectonic
Denmark.
plates.
Yeah, I can see that.
No,
I can
you
see
know
that.
where the closest tectonic plate to Denmark is?
It's pretty close, isn't it?
No, Iceland, past England.
Oh yeah.
Both Norway, Iceland, England, Scotland, Ireland will be hit, and USA, New York will be hit by it
Yeah.
before Denmark, and we got a warning.
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of lands. Iceland, Scotland, Greenland.
We'll get
Netherland.
around 48-hour warning to move away.
I mean, 48 hours should be plenty of time to get away from the coast, you know?
Do you know how long I
England.
can drive on 48 hours?
You can drive a long way in 48 hours.
It takes 18 hours to be in Italy for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you could drive to California in 48 hours ish.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you look in
If you
Europe,
really were booking it.
Yeah.
I cannot drive to USA, please.
No, there's no
No,
direct route from there.
We could drive to
Yes,
California.
We could drive
not
to
you.
California.
Well, on all 84 hours, I can be in almost every country in Europe if I make the right drive.
We were talking
Yeah,
about
that is
hybrid. We were
interesting.
talking about tsunami warnings and how they get tsunami warnings in Denmark.
Not all of them, only where I live. We have a point in south.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because a tsunami cannot hit the north of Denmark because they are sheltered from Norway.
Right. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really
In order for speaking of tsunamis, there's a movie about the tsunami that hit down in the Asian South Pacific several years
The
ago.
Indonesian.
It's the movie is called The Impossible. It's on Netflix. Really good. If you want to watch a movie that is a heart-wrenching, yes, Thailand, December 26th. Yes, that movie was so good. It's got Ewan McGregor in it. He does not play Obi-Wan, but he's in it.
Damn.
But yeah, it was a really good movie. And then the other show, we'll close on this because it's time for the stream to end. The other show that Mrs. RB and I have watched, we watched season 1. Yeah, Tom Holland is in it too. We watched season 1 of Dead Boy Detectives. It is a spin-off. It is a spin-off from Sandman. It has death and it has death and despair in it. The two endless from the Sandman series. If you're into that kind of thing, highly recommend it. We just finished season 1 last night. It was really good. Season 2 is in the works. It's supposed to be coming, so hopefully it lives up to the season 1 hype. It was pretty good.
Well, it's not on my Netflix, that movie.
And I
you're
need to
talking about.
stretch. It's not
Get a
on your
VPN,
Netflix. It could be if you
nerd.
had a VPN.
I got a VPN.
Which brings us to today's sponsor. No, I don't have a sponsor. Dang it.
Yeah.
I got a VPN, but I don't use it a lot.
NordVPN, if you're watching, I could use some extra cash. I'll be glad to shill for you. Cheers.
Well,
I don't know. I've heard some pretty messed up things about VPN companies, so I would do.
They're
your
not
research.
entirely truthful. They say that they can do a lot of things that maybe they can't. A lot of what VPNs are for is truthful, but the way that it's presented, yeah. Just needs to be Wednesday so that your motherboard can get there. Yeah, I'm with you. I need a graphics card. I need a graphics card.
Do you know where NordVPN come from?
I'm guessing
Norway.
Norway. And do you know who stand behind it?
No one.
No, I don't know.
The corporation against copyrights.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everybody that they work with the Norwegian government to prosecute people that made copies.
Oh,
that's the people behind NordVPN.
Interesting. So they're for copyright or against it?
They are against it.
Oh.
Now you don't like to know where your data is going when you use NordVPN.
Yeah, I was thinking. See, I don't know enough about it to say anything meaningful, really. But I know that I've heard about some misuse of data going on in those types of companies.
I've worked in for IT sometimes, and VPNs are okay to use if you use it as a normal means to get around the net. If you use it in any other way, it's a bad thing.
Yeah. I have feelings on copyrights, piracy. I have feelings on that, and we might talk about that in another stream. But we have reached the end of today's. We're 6 minutes past, and it's time to go. So, everyone, thank you all so much for being with us here today. Hope you enjoyed this real talk chatting stream. I meant what I said earlier in that I want to be 100% truthful and transparent with y'all about where we are with the channel and what's going on and what the projects are and what's coming, and also why we're not necessarily getting the content out that we want to get out. So I hope you enjoyed this stream. It has meant a lot to me to have you here to listen to this. We'll get back to some Minecraft content next week. I hope you can all join us for that. But until then, it has been a pleasure. I love you all to pieces. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to help support the channel, there are ways you can do that. You can either head over to Patreon, patreon.com/rb_plays, and make a pledge there, or hit the subscribe button here on Twitch, or hit the join button over on YouTube and make a financial pledge to help the channel out, because it would mean a lot to me. It would help get some things done. I just said I need a new graphics card. I got a 1050 Ti. I need a new graphics card. It works.
Do we raid today?
I don't think I'm going to have time to get a raid going. But we will raid next week. I promise you. Okay.
No problem. It's up to how you feel.
Yeah, we'll raid somebody next week. Be thinking about who you want to raid next week. I know it's going to depend on who's live, but be thinking about that, and we'll do that.
I know who's live.
I know you know who's live. I kind of know who's live too, so But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. We'll come back. We'll do this again next week. Only next week we'll be playing an actual video game. You are all invited, but until then, get off my lawn. Bye, everybody.